So now the Cowboys on the clock. Brian, what are you thinking here?
What we thinking?
I don't know.
No, seriously.
We're all kind of
great.
No,
stumped.
I'm sad you asked me that question.
I'm sorry.
No,
about
because
stands real
seriously,
quick.
I don't know. I really don't, and I want to believe that.
How about Jamar Johnson?
I can name about 10 guys right now I'd love for him to take,
And it won't be one
and
of
it won't be
those.
one of
I
them.
just know you're right.
With the 99th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Nahshon Wright, defensive back, Oregon State.
Well, the theme continues, Mel. They're just loading up on the defense.
Oh, I don't know Nahshon like that. Y'all gonna have to help me out. Oh my God.
Cornerback Nahshon Wright out of Oregon State.
Never heard of him. Come on, Dane.
Wow. Help me out.
Dane is stumped. That's a non-combine invite, by the way. Transfer from Laney College and the City College of Frisco. Older brother of Last Chance U star Nahshon Wright.
This guy is really unique. I mean, you don't see many 6'4" corners, and that's what he is.
What's Melifonwu?
I mean, the testing numbers were just okay, weren't great, but it's just funny watching him out there because he literally towers over receivers. And it's just a weird sight to see him out there because he's so tall. But he's very light-footed with how he moves. Obviously, the length is outstanding and helps him be disruptive. 5 interceptions the last 2 years. So he was my 38th ranked corner. I did not have a big grade on him.
38th ranked corner?
Yeah, I
Tee off, Brian. Let him have it. This one's fine.
I did 190 players this year. I did not do this player.
Okay, let me read you the not a quick twitch mover, but he stays light on his feet to slide open and run downfield with receivers. He's still relatively new to the cornerback position. He's a former receiver, and it shows at times as he struggles to stay square or ahead of receivers. Overall, Wright is a long and lanky athlete who is still developing his instincts and technique, but his length and ball skills are interesting foundational traits for a classic pressman corner prospect.
Round did you have on him? Because I studied...
Seven. I mean, I thought he was a late round type of...
Yeah, because I tried to study every draftable player you had.
Yeah.
I really did. Yeah.
Okay.
That's so. I mean, if we're just peeling the curtain back,
I'll watch the guy tonight when I get home.
I can't kill him. Hey, look, I can't kill the pick or the guy because I never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
I gotta watch him first.
They playing
Benjamin
around
St.
with
Just,
us now.
that's the type of guy. You know, long, lanky, light athlete.
Yeah, but you had St. Just as like player, like out of your 300, you had him at like 131, 132.
They just showed a highlight of him chasing a slant, and he tried to tackle the guy and fell off the tackle, and someone else tackled him, and that was a highlight. I just want you to know.
I just
look. If this guy turns out to be a good player, I'll be very wrong because I got a 7th round grade on him. But I did not like dislike him. You know, watching him play. I think he's a raw player. That's going to take some time. So, if you're looking for a guy that's going to help you right now, I don't think this guy's it. But when we look back at this pick in 3 years, could absolutely end up being a steal because I think there are foundational traits there that you can develop. But this is a surprise to see him as a top 100 pick.
I admire every ounce of what you just told me because that took a lot for you to make me feel a little bit better. But you also didn't like him enough to put him ahead of 37 other corners in this draft. I just wanted to let.
I mean, Jerry, John, Stephen Jones, get right there. Stay right there. Chris Hall, Will McClay, Mike McCarthy, and Dan. Don't move. Don't you ever reach for. Stay still. You take your lashing. Reach. You got to pick him in the 7th round. Don't you ever drop. Stay still. You get your whipping right here. You can get him in the 7th. Take your risk there.
There are things to like about him. But again, it's an upside pick. It's a guy that you're looking at the raw traits and you're saying, okay, what can we mold this kid into? A former wide receiver who, just again, rare to have a 6'4" guy that can have the light feet and move like he can. He bounced around a couple different colleges before he arrived at Oregon State. He's just really interesting. That's the best way I can kind of describe him.
We do have Nahshon Wright on the phone as he is the newest pick and the newest Dallas Cowboy.
He might have a
Nahshon, first off, congratulations. Welcome to the Dallas Cowboys. What's going through your mind right now?
So I don't even know. I can't feel my legs right now. Just happy. I'm more than happy. My dad's family is originally from Texas. I lost my dad, so just being able to go to Texas, it's amazing.
Yeah. Congratulations, man. So I'm curious. You know, we do this months on end, and no disrespect to you, but you definitely weren't very much on our radar. I'm just curious if you've had a connection with the Cowboys, who you've been talking to here.
Strong question.
Just what this process has been like for you as it pertains to the Dallas Cowboys.
It's been amazing. I got a chance to speak with the defensive coordinator, Dan Quinn, and the defensive back coach, Al. And the talks were, they were great talks. We kind of just connected just to see the type of person I was. And I didn't really get to talk too much football, but, yeah.
Didn't talk football, but you talked to him.
Where are you at right now? You talk about your family being a part of this, or being down from Texas, rather. What's the scene like, and what's the celebration like for you guys?
Right now, it's not even all my family, but the family that I do have.
They didn't even know he would get
Going
drafted.
crazy. We're home at my mom's house. Yeah, it's amazing, the atmosphere. Like, we're just going crazy right now. They're dancing. I have to actually get away. I have to walk down the street.
Did dance, okay.
That's great. You mentioned Dan Quinn. That when we heard your name called, what I think about with Dan Quinn is these tall cornerbacks, and obviously you fit that bill really well. What just in general, what is it about your game that you think appealed to the Cowboys, and what do you think you bring to this team stepping in here?
Well, yeah. So I'm 6'4", so it's rare. I'm an anomaly. So just being able to get my hands on at the line of scrimmage, and of course, we know where Dan Quinn comes from. We know what type of defenses he likes. So I just feel like I just fit perfectly in that system. So just a blessing to end up under Coach Dan Quinn. And
we just had a 6'4" guy on our team.
We're talking to Nahshon Wright, newest draft pick for the Dallas Cowboys here on 105.3 The Fan and DallasCowboys.com. Nahshon, you talk about fitting into that system. What kind of system did you specifically run during your time at Oregon State, and how do you think that'll translate to the pros?
We ran like a multi-scheme defense. We ran anywhere from 0 to 6. So just my versatility is definitely going to help me. I played a lot of man coverage at Oregon State, so I can do it all. So
Chris Westry, yeah.
I feel like I fit anywhere, but Dallas is just the perfect fit.
Nahshon Wright.
I've been talking.
Go for it. Continue. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Yeah, I for some reason I had a gut feeling that I was going to get that call from Dallas. It happened. I don't know. It just felt right. The situation felt right. The talk I had with Coach Quinn was great, so it just felt right.
When did you have that conversation with Coach Quinn?
Immediately after my pro day. Talked to him maybe for about 15, 20 minutes. We just kind of connected on a personal level. He talked about football just a little bit, but more so just the type of kid I was.
Well, Nahshon, congratulations on the afternoon and into the evening here. We are excited to have you as a part of the Cowboys, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Yes, sir.
Hey, welcome back to Texas, man. Congrats.
Yeah, absolutely. Nahshon Wright, newest draft pick for the Dallas Cowboys, selected at 99 overall in the third round here on day 2. Couple of updates following the Wright pick. Melifonwu, cornerback from Syracuse, goes at 101 to the Lions. And at 102, corner Ambry Thomas from Michigan goes. So corner.
They say.
Well, after hearing from that sweet young man, I hope that he has a wonderful career, but my guess is history will not look back fondly on being picked right before Elijah Molden, Melifonwu, and Ambry Thomas.
It's the beauty of the draft, right?
We never know.
Well, what happens is you start to see the run, and people, they're going to sleep on their board tonight, and they're going to look at all those, the teams at the end here in the compensatory. Yeah, you could trade these picks. But you could also, you're in a situation where when you go to bed tonight, you're going to look up there and you're going to say, okay, at least we don't have to take care of this. Guys are knocking out their players right now, and they're going to be ready tomorrow when this thing kicks off and have a good run at it. And I feel like some teams, I especially love the last 3 picks as we get to this point, Molden, Melifonwu, and Thomas. Huge fan of all 3 of those players.
OMG. D. Gross says that he loved the Cowboys, but it's hard to give them a D plus right now. And it takes. Let me say this, because I'm recording this segment right here for those who are watching. This is going to be a chopped up segment. It's impossible to grade the draft day 1, day 2, day 3. Even after the first year, it takes 3 years to grade a draft. 3 years. Not 1, not 2, 3 years to give you a complete grade of a draft. These guys can be all-stars, or they can be what's on the bottom of your feet. But right now, for the sake that we ain't in the draft room and we ain't on national TV, we are fans, which is short for fanatics, that we can be a little emotional, we can be erratic, and we can be irrational, right? Angry and upset and mad at the world. Or we can be over, anticipating the situation, say, man, all of these picks are Hall of Famers, right? We can be PVO this thing all the way out. And every last one of them. This kid going to be better than, dare I say, this kid going to be better than Deion Sanders. We can say that, right? We can say that Parson is going to be the next Lawrence Taylor. We can say the other kid, Boss Man Fat, would be primetime 3.0. Rod Woodson, right? We can say all of those things as fans, right? That's just how it goes.
Jerry Jones of the Dallas Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
How's it going, Jerry?
We just decided to pick you, and we're turning your card in. You're going to be a Dallas Cowboy.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
I love that.
Let's go. You bet. You bet. Hey, where are you right now? Where are you?
I'm at home in Stockton, California.
In Stockton. Okay, buddy. Well, listen, we are excited about having you. Really are. And we were.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Consternation.
Yeah.
So come in here and be one of the greatest length corners ever played. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my God.
Here's your coach.
Nahshon, Coach McCarthy.
How's
How
it
you
going?
doing?
I'm doing good in yourself.
Hey, congratulations. Are you around family and friends?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, hey man, I just want you to come in here and be yourself. It's a great fit. We're gonna coach you like hell, and you're gonna be part of a championship football team.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, enjoy this moment.
Yes, sir.
All right, Nahshon. All right, bye-bye.
He hyped, man. I love that.
So that's the secret audio, and I mean, we knew it was going to be a surprise for Wright. It was a surprise to us. It was a surprise to Wright. That's a great moment. Though.
I love everybody's excited on the draft call, but for him to literally yell "Let's go" in Jerry Jones's ear,
And Jerry said, "Let's go,
let's go back."
Even Jerry said, "That's contagious."
I'm rooting for this guy because, like we said, it's not his fault. And like if the Cowboys are wrong, we can roast them for it later. But I'm not going to root against this dude because I don't want to feel right.
Does this have a better athlete than what we saw with Robinson out of Tulsa last year? Kind of a long, tall corner. Any comparison there, Dane, with what we have now?
Well, and we think of that Robinson pick was for a different scheme, a different defensive coaching staff. So this all it comes down to is you look at.
I feel like I'm putting you on the spot here. I'm sorry about this.
No, but I mean the thing is with Robinson, we just don't know enough. We just don't know enough about how he progressed as a rookie, what he's going to look like in year 2. A lot of question marks with him. With Wright, I think like we talked about, he is the kind of the prototype for a intriguing raw prospect in that Dan Quinn scheme. A guy that can play the cover 3, who can be a press man guy if you want him to. But the light feet, the length, it's a really interesting pick. That interesting, I think, is the word I keep coming back to because. There's nothing about him that says he's not going to be a good pro. He's just very, very raw, and so it will take a little bit of time. But again, he said it himself. 6'4" corners, that's rare. And it's not like he's listed at 6'4" and he's really 6'1.5". He's a legit 6'4". He towers over wide receivers. So a really interesting player.
I'm going to really put you on the spot because they did this a couple years ago with Chris Westry.
Yeah, leggy, long corner.
I think Westry was more like 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, Kentucky.
But I don't know. How do those two compare? What do you think about that?
Don't try to do that.
Whether this guy's got more upside, maybe.
I think he's got more upside. Yeah, I think he's a guy that has yet to play his best football when you watch him. He's, again, a former wide receiver. So he's still learning the ins and outs of the position. There are times where he just looks lost, but there are other times where his athleticism allows him to stay in phase and recover quickly. So when you have that length, you're able to cast a wide net as a run defender, in pass coverage. You're able to make plays down the field. So just a really fascinating player that I did not expect to be off the board here on day 2.
I don't think he did either.
No, I don't.
There's no way.
I don't think so. Yeah.
This is a good one though about PFF. Nahshon Wright in zone coverage last season, completion percentage just over 45%. He allowed 42 yards, and his passer rating was 18 flat.
Okay.
So those are good numbers.
Yeah, that's good.
In zone coverage, really good numbers, to say the least. And then he's also got a lot of ball production as well. Had an interception against Oregon, it looks like. Has a track background. Of course, he wasn't really talked about much, but, I mean, there's at least people pointing in the direction of this guy who've watched more than we have and are saying, hey, there's some good things about it, including what Dane Brugler just said.